I see a number of Bowen's family theories in this family. First theory would be triangles. This element's largely reflected by Jeff moving back in with his parents Joe and Judy. Now, his parents get the most exposure to Jeff's physical, emotional, and mental, and even spiritual health. There's a definite balance between the two parents as to Jeff's healthcare and their parenting styles. So, when this most recent brain tumor was discovered, they both retrogressed, his parents did, to their 15-year-old Jeff's brain tumor reaction. This manifested itself in Judy becoming incredibly proactive in Jeff's plan of care and his health care, planning appointments, making sure his appointments, they stick to his appointments and making sure he makes them, making sure Jeff had what he needs. And then Joe retrogressed into being very proactive. He became a little more reserved, a little more distant, but he was a get stuff done kind of a guy. And so it took them a while busting that through, but now at this point in their family stage, they've calmed down a little bit and they've accepted what is, and they're moving forward. Another family theory that I see is the sibling position. Now, Jeff is the oldest of the siblings, Jason being the second oldest, the middle child, and Jimmy being the youngest. So, since the very first brain tumor showed up when Jeff was 15, Jason and Jimmy had to step up a little bit as a brother in order to help their older brother out with his health care and help support him both emotionally, spiritually, in whatever way he needed. Now, this may have created some tension at first, being the older brother. However, at this stage of their lives, I mean, they don't even think about it. They love each other. They're there to support each other, and it's not as big of an issue. Now, the third Bowen's theory that I see present is the societal emotional process. Jeff's health condition has governed the family's emotional process on a societal level. So, being strong, faith-based Christians that they have turned towards Jesus, the church, and their brothers and sisters in Christ for support through this challenging time. And they have really leaned into their faith since this most recent diagnosis. They feed off of their peers and who they surround themselves with, which are faith-based friends and family. In this response, the family states that they probably wouldn't have been able to make it through if it wasn't for their faith. Their faith has been so powerfully impacted, and the energy that they surround themselves with both affects their response to Jeff's condition as well as their response towards each other. Tensions run high, as with any healthcare challenge, but who they surround themselves with really has a grounding, reality checking effect with the current crisis that they are going through. The fourth Bowen's family theory that I find present in this family is emotional cutoff. This has largely to do with Jeff at the very beginning of the discovery of this third brain tumor. When he received that diagnosis and they actually found that third brain tumor, Jeff very much retrogressed inside and became very introverted. He did not interact with the family as much. He does not show as much emotion. He very much backed away. And the family recognized this in him, and they gave him his space to process and work through this reality on his own. But in the beginning, he did, in fact, emotionally cut off his family. Now, that has since passed. Jeff is fairly open. He still remains a reserved individual, but he is much more open with his family about his feelings, the process, even his healthcare and his treatment than he was at the very beginning.